Hello, everybody. We are on at a normal time. Let's check what the heck is going on with my wire. What is it stuck in my vest? I just got home, everybody. That is why I'm still in a vest. I guess I don't need this vest. It's not that cold out. Oh, I'm stepping on my mic and I'm ripping my head off. All right. Hello. How is everybody doing on this fine occasion? It actually is quite nice out considering the last couple days have been below freezing where I am. Oh, the chair's all the way back. And here we go. All right. As you can see, I have the headset right. It should be the right volume. If this is usually the settings I have it at for this mic, let me know if it's not right, because for some reason things have been changing. You been to Miracle Max's? Miracle Max's. Are we talking the never-ending story? I don't know if you were asking me or if it was somebody else, and I just happened to read that as the first comment. But hello, Leading Blind. Those of you who are here right now, I feel like it's a good amount of us already. Leading Blind, Forrest the Runner. Ugh. I was going to say Runner, and my tongue didn't let me. Forrest the Runner. Clever name I made previously. I see Amelia. I'm trying to see without touching the mouse. The Chimicky Pero. Is that it for now? Lace Up Hockey. Had to watch it twice, but the reunion was good. Not the search for grog. Good, but entertaining. Lace Up Hockey. It's good to see you again, bud. That's 2 in a row. I feel like before that had been a bit. But last week I remember we saw Colvin, Bidet, you beautiful and wonderful creatures. Hope you all are well and trying to stay safe out there in this crazy world. Looking forward to hanging tonight with our wizard magic ball and puff puff pass. Patrick, I see there. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody, because I did actually miss Patrick when I went the first time. But I think that's everybody for now. We got people jumping in. D4 is here. What is up, D4? How are you on this fine day? We'll let people have a chance to come in. This is a shorter one. It's less than an hour and a half, I think. Does anybody have a good timestamp? Because I went right to after the break. Or no, we're actually right before the break. And I paused it at that, not by, intentions. That wasn't, intentionally done. I just happened to pause it, and it landed on, oh, fuck. But it's before the break. So I will trust whoever gives me the first thumbnail. We don't have to listen to Matt's recap. We just have to go, after the break and after. Sometimes Matt does the Wormwood thing, and then he'll do, a minute or two of recap. So you guys tell me where it is good to go. And if I see 2 of the same number, I'll assume that is glorious. Not that I don't trust any of you. But I like to take a couple numbers and go with that because, everyone's got their own opinion of where's a good place to start. 410 is where we're going to. I already know that we're around 2:45. So that means we got an hour and 25 minutes. Hour and 25 minutes, unless we hit 50 likes. So let me do my accounts now. Daniel O'Day, I see you jumping in. Anybody else I miss of recent? I don't think so. Daniel O'Day, how are you doing today? Oh, I forgot to text my friend something. Give me 1 second, everybody. I totally forgot. Good thing I looked down at my phone. I was supposed to text this person this before I started, and I would have not till they went to sleep. My bad. Everybody. And now let me let Coco out because Coco's hitting the door. And then, everyone's getting close. Everyone's getting close to the same. Coco, you want out? Come on. Here you go. I think what has happened with Coco is that Coco used to come in here for security. I am like Coco's protector. I think I've told you guys this, but brief story, and then we'll start at 6:05. So everybody, just so you know, we're going to start in 4 minutes. We'll hit the radiators before we do, but we're going to start in 4 minutes. Amy France, how are you on this glorious day? I see other people might have jumped in, but yeah, if I haven't told you this already, Coco was a rescue cat. And when I started dating Michelle, this is going back probably close to 4 years now, because I've had the cats going on 2.5 years at my own house. And I dated her for like a year and a half before she moved in, and then she went to LA and I took her cats. You guys all know that. But Coco was a rescue. So was Sammy. They were all rescues. But Sammy's like a big, muscular, jacked up cat, so no one really gives him shit. Coco was this little 4-pound runt. You guys have seen her on camera before. So Michelle, being the kind-hearted person she is, took in all the alley cats that were like not being fed or being bullied and stuff. The only problem is she took in all like the misfits. So Coco was the misfit of the misfits, and all the other misfits would bully Coco. It was like when you get bullied and you take it out on like your little brother or something like that when you're a kid, because like you have to bully somebody to make yourself feel better when you're a child, I'm talking, but we're dealing with little kitties. So Coco being like this little 4-pounder, Michelle had 5 cats. She had Bandit, Lukey, Sammy, Marty, and Coco. I took Marty, Sammy, and Coco. Marty had to get adopted by somebody else because he had too many issues and was the instigator. I ended up finding out he was the reason that Coco was like never coming out. She would hide in the closets. She lived here for like the first 8 months in a closet. And she would kind of come out, and I would always like stay in my room, lock ourselves in, and I'd make her feel like comfortable. So I feel like for the longest time now, Coco looks at me as like her protector. So when I come in here, she's like, holy shit, what do I do? Jay's gone. He is like my protector. I need Jay. So she would come in here and hide with me when I would do live streams for like hours and hours and hours. If I do a video or two here or there, she's okay. I go outside, I sit with her, I pet her, and she's good. But if I'm in here for like 3 or 4 hours, she freaks out. So that's why Coco would sit in the window with me. But of recent, I think she has gotten enough confidence that Marty's gone and she's safe. Like nothing else hurts her now. Sammy and her get along. I just think the traumatic like life she lived, she was too afraid to do anything or venture outside of her happy little bubble, her little bubble. So basically, I feel like she doesn't want to stay in here anymore because she knows she's okay, which is a great thing. It's nice to have security. But now I bring her in here and my baby doesn't want to sit with me, and it breaks my heart. So anyway, that's a little rant for you guys. 2:45:15 is perfect. Perfect. All right, Chimiki Pero agrees. So we got it. 2:45:15. Everybody set the clock. Them are some nice, and I love them both. Sammy, honestly, I loved Marty too. Marty was great. Marty was the, like, you know how certain cats just do certain things? It's like their thing. Marty, I would come home, he would jump up on something and jump right onto my shoulder like this and put his head here like a baby. And like every time I'd come home, he would jump up. The problem was it was adorable and I loved it, but he would never want to go down. And he became like so needy that if you weren't holding him, he would cry and like attack you. And then he would take it out on the other cats and he would bully Coco and Sammy because he was like mad. Like I'd go over to pet Sammy and he'd be like, oh, you're going to put me down to pet him. And he'd like beat him up. So basically I loved it. Like I never seen another cat do that. He would literally lay here like a built baby and put his head on my shoulder and I would walk around and just carry him all over. And I didn't mind because I like, you know, I do manual labor. I lift shit all the time. It's not much for me to hold a cat all day long, but then I'd have to like do things and I'd be doing videos. I'd put him down. He'd jump up here and jump on my arm. Like it was too much. And then I found out he had allergies to, he would always get rashes. And I found out he was allergic to everything except rabbit. So everything, I got it down to like a point where I had all his allergies and I started buying his food. And then someone we knew was like, I specialize in taking care of animals like this, like special needs kind of things. And they didn't have an animal and they loved Marty. And I was like, as much as I love him, I got Sammy and Coco. I'm going to give you this person, this cat, this person. I'm going to give you my person. But I had a very long day, everybody. I had to go to DMV, I had to go to the eye doctor, and I had to open a bank account for the first time in my life. I've never had a bank account. I'm 42 years old. If you've done business for yourself, you might understand why I've never had a bank account, because everything is circumvented through my businesses. But I got one for my own personal use for the first time in my life. I mean, I've used banks my whole life. I just never had a personal bank account. Odd enough as it is. The lady at DMV literally said to me, use your bank card. I go, I didn't get it yet. She goes, what do you mean you didn't get it yet? I'm like, I just opened my account. She's like, your first bank account? She goes, you're 42 years old and you've never had a bank account? I go, I've had company bank accounts. I've never needed a personal one until recently. And she's like, I didn't have a bank card or health insurance. I've never had health insurance in my life, except when I was in college. The college provided you with health insurance. Besides that, I've never had health insurance in my life. She told me I was the oldest person she ever met in her life. And she said she worked at DMV for 40 years, which is my whole life. She said she'd never met another person that had no bank account and no health insurance and was like functioning like a normal human being that was as old as I was. I didn't know if I should take that as a compliment or a insult. Obviously an insult, but hey, I've learned how to get by and live a life without these things. I've lived off the grid most of my life, but not illegally. I've lived off the grid my whole life legally. So I'm not afraid to say it. Like most people be like, what are you doing? You're saying this all on the internet. I did it all legally. I just stayed off the grid. I use cash for everything. Anywho, are we all good? Put timer up and count down LOL so I could potty without being off sync. All right, here we go. Sorry if you didn't notice. I had a long day and I was literally sitting in a car driving from place to place all day, singing songs and talking to myself. So I needed to vent and tell you guys 50 stories. Apologies if you didn't enjoy it and you're here for just the content of Critical Role, but we're starting now. Radiators, everybody thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Radiators, like. Oh, let me put my account up. Get my like up in there. Let us get our like. Here's my like. Everybody like, subscribe. If we hit 50, we'll jump into 30 minutes of the next one. If not, we only got an hour and 25 minutes. So, Radiators, if you got them. Did Ninja come in yet? I don't think I saw Ninja. I also don't think I saw the dude or Michael. I know Lace Up Hockey's here. Lace Up, the funny thing is I haven't done a rant like that in forever. Lace Up wasn't here in a couple weeks. Comes last week. We have a whole huge problem with the live stream because of the headset. It came on like 20 minutes late. Then I do a 15-minute rant about my cats and motor vehicle. Ninja Master is here. All right, everybody. Unite. Radiators unite. Drink them if you got them. We're not drinking. I'm not drinking at least. But you drink. I got water. I got water and stuff. But we're just doing Radiators tonight on my end. So everybody, like and subscribe. Radiator time. Glorious. Made my frickin' day. I'm almost out of radiator fluid, so I've taken to blowing the steam into a thick blanket and hot box. Clever name. I highly approve of such things. We had, all right, the last story, it's going to take 30 seconds and then we're starting. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1. We had a thing, I think it was called a volcano. People in the chat could probably tell me, where it would fill up this giant balloon. And it was supposed to be like the purest, best way to hit. And you'd fill it up and it would get like crazy hot and the volcano would fill up this giant balloon. And then you'd wait till the balloon was filled and you'd all pass the balloon around and you'd be like inhaling as much as humanly possible. But this was times before I smoked weed. When I say we had it, my sister and my brother were huge potheads. I never did until like 5 years ago. In my mid-30s, I started smoking weed. But they were doing it forever. And they had this machine, and by the time I started, they had already gotten rid of it or sold it to somebody or something. But it looked entertaining. I would always be outside watching them doing it. It always looked quite entertaining. End of the smoking for me. 5 cigarettes are left, and I stop. Chimiki Pero, good luck on that. I hope you succeed. Taking 150 pizza order currently. For one person, one place, like that is supposed to be for today or like in the future. Here we go, everybody, and then we're gonna hear what Ninja has to say about that. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, I just totally forgot that I never set the thing. My bad. I never set the window. This window. 2, 15. Wait, what was it? 2, 45, 15. 2:45, 15. 2:45. I'm like looking at the thing and I'm like, oh wait, it still says, oh fuck. They had it exactly there. You know how sometimes there's certain sweet spots that YouTube will hit, but you can never get right to the second? It got right to the second. It was a sweet spot. So, leading blind, I believe you were the one that said it. You have picked the sweet spot. You get 100 million nothing. 3, 2, 1, go. We're in. It was blowing my ears out. I'm going to do the clock. I just had to turn that down because of my ears. What did you guys think last week of the live stream, the way we did it, where you could slightly hear the background? I went back and I looked, and it honestly was a little louder than I thought it'd be, but it still was not bad. Because we're back to usual. We're back to normalities here. We have this was already set up for me because my sister used this right before I got home. So I just left it set up. Ludinous. The Martinet. I like the name The Martinet. Does anybody know? I was saying it during the video. What does that sound like? There's something from like Kingsman or something. Some villainous type of guy that's like The Martinet. But it's not that. I didn't care one way or the other for it. I was about to be confused, lol. I don't think it's worth the risk. Worth the risk? Probably not. As far as that's concerned. It's probably not worth the risk. I'm surprised. I guess it was light enough where we didn't get in trouble. But yeah, it could lead to problems. You re-upping soon, Clever, or are you taking a break? Because I was going to tell you guys, it's funny that Chimiki Pero said that. I have about half an eighth left, and I think after that, I'm going to take a break until like after New Year's. Like, you know, do a little detox, because I'm doing the no drinking, and I'm doing the fitness thing. I thought maybe I'll do a little detox for the holidays, get back to normal, and then start up again, but I don't know. But right now, I'm running out. I got enough for like 3 days. Maybe. Not even. Probably like the weekend will kill it off. Probably by Sunday I'm done. So I figured I'll have a nice day off for football. And then I'll decide. But right now I'm gonna be tapped after these next couple days. I mean if we smoke enough tonight, I might kill it right now. I think I have enough though for tomorrow and Sunday. Martinet Ludinus Denoth is a solid dude. I feel like Martinet, though. Like I was saying, the Marquis or the Martinet. I don't know. It's like every time I hear it or say it, I feel like I'm thinking of something. What was the exact thing we ended on in the before the break? I just can't remember specifically. I remember we were talking to the Martinet and everything. I mean, obviously we're going to the other fires. We're all in different things. I thought Ormus Haas Ormid Haas. Was the Earth Genasi? Lead on. All right, here we go. $80 or so feet from the ground. I thought, I've got more than enough with my new hotbox, the winter blanket trick. Yeah, if you do it that way, you'll conserve. You're being thrifty. I think it's genius, and you should be given the Nobel. You have made world peace. All right, Lewdness is going to check, make sure we're not unwelcome yet. Martinet is a title, but agree it's risky. John Wick. I loved it, but was watching along. Lace up. I loved it. I don't watch along. I was reading that as two different answers to things. I'm having so much trouble with chat tonight. I tried to say hi. Well, I say hi to you. Oh, there's the dude. That's why. The dude JB. What is up, dude? 11 years. All right, let's hear what Caleb has to say. They're coming to bring us, I feel like. Boop. Is 88 part 2? I don't know what that means. And I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to know. Which is, I mean, I guess it would be funny. Well, in the sense that you'd think something that traumatic, you'd remember pretty specifically. What is Ashley Johnson's shirt? Before I stare at it for 8 years, it looks like two towers with a flag or a dragon. Oh, that's her straw. I literally thought her straw and the tail were a flag. All right. Kept in the main manor. I can't wait till we get to the main manor. How was everyone's weeks? How was yours, dude? Mine was normal. Got a lot done. I would say it was above average, just based on the fact that I accomplished a lot of things. More work, but less to do later. And next week will be easier because of it. Next week, I think it's going to be a nice light week. I'm looking forward to next week. I might have like a day or two off during the week, which is rare. Natural 20. Nothing important. Yeah, general work banter, nothing of importance. Speaking of trauma, anyone see Jay Martin's video today? I don't know who that is. Who's Jay Martin? I definitely did not see it because I don't even know who Jay Martin is. I didn't see it. I didn't slip and fall in the shower. Pretty proud of it. Jay Martin, the Bluebird guy. I'm about to put a lot of purple in this chat room. What? Yeah. What is? Who's Jay Martin? I don't think I know who that is. I might. Trent Ikithon approaching. Great. Caleb's also had the best faces ever since we've entered this world. Trent is an interesting dude. I mean, oops, I have the hiccups now. We already knew that Trent was what he is from Caleb. But the way he's handling this whole situation is bizarre to me. He's like, I mean, maybe to him it was just another kid. Like, that's what I'm starting to think. At first I was like, is he intentionally blowing it off like it isn't a big deal? Or is it really just not a big deal to this dude because that's what he does? Likes to wear fancy shit. I am almost half scared right now. What if there's like, because Trent's involved and because we're where Caleb was kept, I'm assuming we're all right, but you never know. Trent is smarter than our merry band, I would think so. The channel is Jay Martin, play your role. I don't think I've heard of it. Hey Jay, are you okay with letting a little bit of the audio through like last week? I'm still working and can't watching along yet. I probably could. The headset does it on the other headset does it automatically, but I could probably just put it like this. Let me see it where I could put it where it would maybe not. See if I do it like this.
From the 15
is that too loud or is that cool or is that not loud enough?
Bright white light that gives a.
I'll put it like that.
Fairly consistent.
You guys let me know if that works because we were able to last week.
In the center, you see a familiar-looking, kind of platinum-colored tripod that sits loosely near from underneath.
I'm paying attention. I'm just trying to set. There you go.
Chandelier hangs.
Let me know if that
and to two sides
works.
You see two individuals that are currently.
Trent Ikithon. A little loud.
A female halfling.
Little loud.
With kind of shorter cut hair. Kind of a
what if I do that?
Wearing sleeveless.
We'll go 38.
With what looks to be these kind of intricate tattoos.
What if I go there?
That have a very kind of maze-like geometric pattern to them. The other you see is a tall man.
If I do it like that low, is that all right? Or is that you guys let me know? I'm paying attention, so you guys let me know. We got over an hour, so.
A piece of clothing that covers most of his upper body, leather gauntlets. Looks to be a satchel over one shoulder, and.
I feel like that is way softer than me, but I don't know. That's better.
Make a perception check.
We will accommodate. Never mind if that's messing with y'all. It's okay. Amy says it. What do you guys think about right now? I gotta wait like a 20-second day. I don't want to mess up anyone else's. Now I'm a half a second ahead. Good for me. Turn it off, please. Emily Mary, good for me. I'll wait and see if everybody is, because it might have needed time to catch up. Well, let's hit the radiators, and then by the time we're done with the radiators, it seems like the majority of people are good with it now at that speed. I could lower it a little bit more if you want, but it's up to you guys. I'm also going to hit the radiators till we figure it out.
A little bit. Any research papers?
Case in the joint now. We're going around case in the joint.
Signs, nearby.
Let's. How about this? Since everyone else seems to be pretty chill with it right now, we'll do it until the dude is done working. I feel like if it's low enough, it kind of assists people, especially people that can't do two.
Would have
But
and journals
for now, we'll just leave it like this, unless anyone's having an extreme problem with it.
almost like it was recently cleared.
How many doors and entry and exits are there?
There's the room you entered, and there is a door on the opposite wall.
So there are two doors in and out, one that we entered and one on the opposite side.
Mr. Ikithon,
Mr. Ikithon.
how long have you had this relic?
Is she actually calling him Ikithon, Mr. Icky? Because I feel like one might get insulted by
Extent of what it's capable
being called that. Look at freaking Ford and
of, we came to understand
Bow.
this was one of the
I want them to be openly joking as their characters.
the dynasty, and if this was something that could be used as a weapon against us, it was necessary for us to ascertain information about how dangerous it would be, or if it could be used.
Attention.
Thankfully, that does not appear to be the case.
I don't know what that word, the first word I can't read because of
Important
the emoji. So I'll wait till it rises. There we go. Pay attention.
level, and as such, does not
That's what it said. Pay attention.
as for us. Hence, the lack of interest in maintaining it under our banner.
Pay attention to the people.
Where did you uncover it?
What do you mean?
Where did you you said you uncovered it, you found it?
From what we understand, the relics that the dynasty themselves have acquired are not the only beacons in as well.
Oh, a touch lower would be perfect, but oh, I didn't see it. LOL. Specifically said pay attention. Got you. I thought you meant the people, like the Critical Role people. I literally thought you were like stop. I did the opposite. I thought you were saying stop playing with it. And pay attention to the people, meaning them people.
Very kind of you.
Okay, so this was
I saw it. I wasn't ignoring.
That was, yes. You are welcome
What if we go like right
to confirm that with
to this point?
as well.
I bet they totally would cooperate.
Insight check for everything he says.
It's okay. 23.
23, okay.
Oh, I did not roll with advantage.
All right. We'll see if that looks like the next reasonable. All right, we're getting whispers. We're getting whispers.
There was news about Bride's call back
Now, is that too low or is that all right?
back a long time ago.
I know a dude on YouTube who plays the entirety of Legend of Vox Machina. He says like 3 words. It's been up for like 2 years. I've seen people that have gotten away with some crazy stuff. Most of them have less subscribers than me. Usually people would amount about the same as me or higher get scrutinized more. Definitely the higher ups than me. But I've seen some people with like 10,000 or less that post entire episodes. They just hang out and watch. But then once you get bigger, you get slapped with like 30 copyright claims at once. That's why I've said in the past, even though we've gotten away with certain things, doesn't mean we always will. And they also change the rules a lot of the time. Like my sister has just started having trouble with monetization. She abided to all their rules, which is why years ago I stopped and she continued. She said now she's having trouble because they're scrutinizing more and making more rules and limiting it more. And now she probably can't monetize either the way she does hers. And she used to do hers like mine and then basically did a bunch of things to make sure she conformed to their rules. Now they want more. And she's like, I don't think I can. So rules are breaking and changing all the time in this world of worlds. That's the thing. I don't think Critical Role is, but other people, and not that I'm saying they ever would, because they are a different type of crew, a different type of company that I've usually seen. But I've seen like people that are owned and dealt with like big wigs, and they shut you down quick. Like I can't remember what it was, but there was a show where I was able to like throw it up pretty leniently edited. And then one day, like 2 years later, I got slapped with like 30 copyright claims in a day. And I basically just was like, if I just delete them all, are we good? And they were like, yep. and I just deleted them all and pretended it never happened. I was like, I ain't re-editing 30 videos.
No, what?
Heard rumors.
And like and subscribe if you haven't, obviously. We are almost halfway there. We've got an hour and 5 minutes left at this point.
the other day, and then arrive and immediately know exactly how to extend towards this.
Yeah, like Nintendo Critical Role is generally pretty friendly to reactors. It's just the music that's the big issue. They have permission to use copyright. Yeah, a lot of times that I run into that problem too, where the content is allowed, but music will screw it up. Talking about Bren. I like that he keeps acknowledging that he
Invent this tripod thingy. It's kind of cool.
totally cuts him off to talk about a try.
I mean, so you just had it made in the last couple of weeks.
Yes, we have that capability.
Is it one of a kind?
Boop, 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 boop. I'm just trying to see what I missed. Did I miss anything in the chat?
Like a very specific tripod for a very specific shape.
Yeah, Legend of Vox Machina. That, yeah, you have to do, like, certain people who are, it depends who's involved and who's creating it and who owns the rights. Like, rights get sold all the time, too, to different companies. Like CBS, I think I told you guys that. Before CBS bought up a bunch of stuff, and I had edited stuff before it was CBS, and once CBS purchased it, everything I did that was owned by other people, once it became CBS, they just ran through my, well, I'm assuming everyone's channel, not just mine. I don't think CBS is like, we got to get ViewMasters now. But I had, like, when things get sold or rights change, you lose so much content, or you have to manipulate it or edit it, or I hope everyone just keeps their rights. Just keep all your rights.
You know, and it's just very unique what you made there.
Have you seen Zenatsu before?
Something reminiscent in Zadash, yeah.
Interesting.
You get to Zadash much?
Not
Trent?
very often. I'm very busy up here.
Trent is, I mean, Matt is always awesome at portraying his NPCs, but Trent is coming off totally normal and chill, probably more so than others, based on my first opinion, as far as like us actually having a long, drawn out interaction.
That was found to lead to
And I do know, I mean, it's not like I don't believe Caleb had what happened to him happen, but Trent is an interesting person, to put it mildly.
intently supervised by the assembly since its discovery. And it was in this ruin such a beacon was discovered. We do not
There's 75 pizzas in my car right now, and they fit. Is that because you got to go back twice, 75 each time, or is there a second car? Because you said 150 pies. Is there two cars, or do you got to do two trips, Ninja? It's important. We need to know.
arcane properties that are unlike
75. That's 14 too many. I love it. 14 too many. So 61. Why was that a random throw out there, Clever? Or is 61 a legitimate answer to something? Can you eat 61 pies? I can't.
not curious. Please understand, I would love very much to continue to research such an artifact, but once again, it's about being the bigger man.
Knowledge is power, you know that.
It is.
What are they?
Make a deception check for me.
All right. I mean, Caleb is directly speaking with him, rolling
14.
for deception.
His gaze seems to almost reach into you in a cold and intrusive way, reading between the words and the intent,
Great.
and you see a smile creep across his face. I don't think it's anything you wouldn't already know. But I trust for all of those present, it seems to have
I dig the interaction, but how is Caleb gonna deal with that? Is Caleb gonna be like, I never want to be in a room with this man again? My windows keep fogging up. Oh, from all the steam. Pizza trailer. I sense an opportunity for people that order 150 pizzas. Pizza trailer. Y'all just did math. Someone explain to Jay why Trent constantly calling Caleb Bren is pissing me off. Please. He knows he's going by Caleb.
Intrigue is ready to part with such a device that the dynasty seems to hold so much stock in. Curious, have you been able to take anything from it or imbue any object?
Ikithon. Good old Ikithon.
Unfortunately, it has not been enough time. But should this go well, should this your endeavor with the dynasty be successful, one would hope that this could be the beginning of a partnership.
Ow, I'm stepping on my mic.
Us and the dynasty can
We have hit the 1 hour countdown. If you haven't liked and subscribed, then why do you hate me? Caleb hasn't had his whole this is who I am and what I've done moment. Jay, are you aware of the term dead naming? No, I do not, my friend. Is sad Bex a bad or should I check out? Is sad? I don't know what that means. I do not know what the term dead naming means. I never heard it. Dead naming.
This would be a dangerous task. Perhaps if, I don't know, one of your more trusted were to accompany us. I don't know. Is there anyone you might want to have come with us?
Anybody? What do you think, Caleb? Does anybody want to come with us?
I have not been a part of this for a very long time. I wouldn't presume to know. Who would I trust now?
Gladiator music in the background. I just started hearing it.
based on what we know of your dealings in Jorhas, you would have a better chance of doing this without the presence of
I suppose it could be. Yup, just to reinforce trauma. Classic manipulator thing to do.
I doubt the assembly would be welcome.
I would say that any other information you feel that we should know just so that all cards are on the table, now would be the time to put forward anything that might be missing.
Yeah, you got anything else to tell us?
Anything that when we are asked questions that we'll be able to fill in the answers for.
Certainly.
I think he's right, though. His previous poking about in Dynasty.
Look at Matt. Matt's face is great. Matt's face as he stares over them and
You misunderstand. I have not myself traveled to the dynasty.
No, you don't do that. You don't need to. You have help for that.
Hey, look at his face. I can't tell if Matt is just staring him down or thinking he's not done speaking or waiting to speak. Because they're like, he's like clearly having like a stare off with him, like to a certain extent. Then I'm not sure what part of it is Caleb or him not knowing when is their time to speak or if the other is done or not. Either way, it's great. It's awesome. It's way different interaction than I expected with Trent.
A terrible house of cards to befall these tense negotiations.
Can I ask, is your dude that's across the room, your friend, is he wearing the same thing around his neck that you were?
Make a perception check.
I mean, mine was the same under our clothes.
17, you don't see nothing. I mean, so far, I feel like we might be done for now with this interaction. I don't know what else we need to talk about. There's not really much else for us to do right here.
Of course, and good luck.
So terribly sorry. Your two associates. I forgot to ask their names.
He reminds me of one of these dudes. In this case, we know what he's done. But he reminds me of like a dude in a movie where he acts too nice. And you know that he's probably like some creepy guy doing horrible shit on the side. But you can't really like, you don't know what it is. Like if I didn't know what he did to Caleb, I'd be like, something's off with this dude. But
Associates, I believe you two already know each other. And Aelwulf across the way is just
Aedwulf.
Like,
Jacked.
there's like a black cotton cloth shirt with leather gauntlets that are over it. The arms are covered, but pretty wide shoulders.
Big dude.
For an individual that came to the Sultrus Academy and what your usual standard expectation of a mage is. He's a bigger guy.
It's a big, jacked up magic man.
Ludinus kind of steps into this tension and goes, well, I think we should find our way to the next endeavor.
This is so funny to me that after all of this scrying and following these people and trying to get to where we are, that we're literally being led around by Ludinus
Getting some tea that might help
and talking to Trent Ikithon.
keep a little bit sharper.
These are people who have been like in our vocabulary for many, many moons. More so Trent.
Don't think I don't remember.
Oh. So now I know you were lying.
Do not believe there was a lie. I congratulated on your victory in the pit.
You seem to just misplace that we had all met previously
I
a
only
moment
met a
ago.
handful of you.
Huh?
My hand on my blade, on the handle of my blade.
Ooh. What is about to happen? Is something happening?
Following an intriguing path on your own as well. I knew there was something special about you. Anyway, we must continue preparations for the delivery should this go well. Have a good day.
can you read minds?
Can I read mine?
Can
Can you?
Can you?
You're a strange one.
Face off.
Right now.
I'm trying to give you some thoughts. Tell me the first thing you think.
Look at Laura's face. Tell me the first thing I think.
It's just like, shall we?
Please.
I like our interactions. I mean, I feel like anything's about to go down at any minute, but I like it. I half thought before we even got there they were going to frickin' jump us or something. Clever name, blah, 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 blah. Clever name I made previous. Clever name I had made previous. Oh yeah, I thought I saw something else.
You head back up the stairs.
For anyone who's seen the reunion, the only thing close to the chilling my book is what Caleb said in that show.
Marna turns and goes,
God just finished rounding. Vero G, what is up? How are you? I knew I saw something in there. All right, Radiators, because I saw Colvin and Clever. I think I missed that puff passness. So here we go. Let me pack a new one, and we're going to do the Radiators. So far, so good. I thought we would have already run into some major issues, but we're good.
Studying on everybody's lessons.
I'm not certain on them specifically. But he does what he deems necessary. Not all things necessary are easy.
I deem it so.
Any of the conversation you just heard.
In regards to
Anything. Do you have an opinion? Yeah, do you have an opinion on the conversation as regards to?
I think he's not being entirely forthright.
Yes.
Knowledge or information about this, but I think we have more pressing matters.
All right. Well, that was pretty honest.
Individual right now.
Honestly, that was pretty honest. The way he just said that, I honestly think his honesty is honest.
I can always deal with Trent after the fact.
Let us know when you do that, because I would like to help. We need to
All right. Radiators unite.
get rid of him anyway.
Trent Ikithon. Ginger, count me out. Ginger, turmeric, maple, and cinnamon. What is that all about? Update. Lord Ross's cookies are good, but they don't have much flavor in them. That's how you make the cookies. Is that Eshteras's? Eshteras's? Ratiators.
Do you think we should go next?
If you have any preparations to make, anything you need to do, the timeline is yours. I'm not stringently pressing upon you the necessity of any due date for this arrival, but do know time is of the essence.
Whew.
I feel like I would like a
I
moment
think I might have got a little much on that one.
really quickly, but I don't
Yeah, honestly, the rate I'm going,
having that conversation.
I probably won't smoke after tonight, tomorrow. I probably will wait till Sunday. I think I have just enough to have like a nice Sunday smoke off. But then that's going to tap me. I'm going to be tapped.
And like it looked really cool when you did it and stuff. Like you must be really powerful.
Yeah, really powerful.
Particular request were to be taken.
No, I'm just saying that like I've seen other people try to do it, but they've almost like bounced us into trees or rocks or something, and you were just like whoosh, and we were in like the grass.
It's easier the more familiar you are with the location.
That's what this screwing is going.
I feel like we need to
Essek is scrying.
Then we can return.
Whoa, he said it right the first time. Did I? See, I'm typically like going nuts and guess 50 times. I made them, was surprised how good they are. I apologize in advance, but can Caduceus make dead name people tea? And I never saw. It's what Leading was referring to. Trent by calling it Caleb. I'm talking. I had to go back up because I never saw what dead naming was. The dude said that's what Leading was referring to. Trent by calling it Caleb. Bren is basically disregarding Caleb's whole change of self. It's a very common way to disrespect. Ah, okay, gotcha. Very common way to disrespect trans people. Gotcha. I'm not kidding you. I was literally gonna compare it to that. Like before you even said, do you know what dead naming is? I was literally gonna say what he's doing. I know some people to do that playfully. But even when they're doing it playfully in their mind, it still bothers some people. That I'm speaking out of personal experience. But I'm not talking trans people. I'm talking like people, maybe it's a nickname or a name they went by, and now they have like a different name they go by, but like for different reasons, people do it like playfully, and the person's like, don't do that. I don't like being called that. And then I've seen people go, oh, my bad. Like I thought, like, I don't know. Like I've seen things like that, but in Trent's case, we know what he's doing. But yeah, that I was literally going to compare it to that. I was going to be like, that's like disrespecting, the way something or someone wants to be called.
I am new to Melora's light and guidance.
I'll be fair,
Served me well, and I
that to the character of Caleb, it only seems to genuinely bother him when Trent does it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I have friends that call me things that if anyone else called me, I'd be like, I will beat you to death. But they're like nicknames, like when we were kids. Now, granted, it's not the same as a actual name that was used in traumatic. But like, I have nicknames. I told you guys, I used to be real fat when I was younger. So I had friends that would call me Jelly Rolls J and cottage cheese and stuff like that because I used to be fat. I'm by no means fat and haven't been even remotely fat for like many, many moons. But I still have friends from back in those days that call me, like, they'll go like, hey, Jelly Rolls. But like, I don't get offended by it because I know it's from back when we were kids. Even though that's cruel, And I should punch him anyway, probably. But you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. If anyone else just out of the blue is like, I heard someone called you Jelly Rolls, I'd be like, well, you're going to die now. I remember one of my nicknames in school. I used to wear a PSU shirt, Penn State University, for no reason other than it was just on sale at Kmart. And people didn't know what PSU stood for. And my nickname for 1 year was Pretty Small Unit. PSU, Pretty Small Unit. I still have random people that I run into at like local bars, because I still live in the same town, that will be like, yo, PSU. And they don't say Pretty Small Unit, but they'll literally go like, PSU. And I'll be like, what's up? And we're like adults now, 40-year-old adults, but they don't know, like they only know me from that era of my life. That's crazy. But they don't say it insultingly. It's more like, hey, remember when we were kids? And PSU isn't insulting unless you know what it stands for. They also aren't deliberately trying to trigger you like Trent is. True. That's my point. Now, if some bully came in and was like, yo, PSU, what's up? And he's like staring me down, and he used to bully me, and he's trying to instigate something, then that's different. But if you're like doing it in some sort of sincere way, because nostalgia can work differently. Like, I mean, is nostalgia always a positive thing? Because I feel like nostalgia is always viewed as positively. But could you have like nostalgia that works in a negative way? Now I'm going on crazy rants. Yep, I don't like him at all. I don't think anybody likes him. Jelly Roll is a super... Yeah, I know. Jelly Roll is a super popular rapper right now. The name Jelly Roll's J was just because it rhymed or kind of flowed with the J. But cottage cheese was because I was so pasty white. And I used to sit inside and play video games that I was like pale as hell. And I used to have like this fat dough around me. And when we would play shirts and skins football, I would always be skins. And all the football kids started the cottage cheese thing because they're like, it looks like a bowl of cottage cheese because you got this big belly. And that's how I got that one, because I was just a pale fat kid. But none of it bothers me now. Honestly, it made me a stronger, better person in the long run. So I almost approve of being bullied to a certain extent if you're the type of person that grows from it. Like, obviously, to a certain extent. Trent is so doing it in an I see you now way. Yes, very much so. I'm not even sure Trent is doing it for the purpose. He is just calling him by the name as he knew him. But I feel... See, it would have been interesting if one of them was like, yo, he's not Bren. I'm curious to see how he would have reacted, Trent. If one of them goes, stop calling him Bren. His name is Caleb. I've seen people do that, like stick up for other people. Stop doing what you're doing. And then they'll go, I totally misunderstood the situation. I apologize. I'm just curious what Ikithon would have done. We are down to 40 minutes, everybody. 40 minutes left. 40 minutes left. We're almost halfway to 50 likes. Like and subscribe if you haven't. I think I never did on my backup account, so I'm going to do my backup account right now, just to give us a little boost to 25. I think we're almost to 25. Here we go. Boop. 22. 22 on the likes.
Did he ever seem like nice to you, or was it always weird?
Good question. Did he ever seem nice? That because he seems not all that bad. Like in a lot of instances. So he's somebody that like loses grasp of control. Maybe when he was younger he was worse. Not that that's an excuse, but maybe when he was younger he had less control, and now, I mean, he's still acting kind of douchey.
It is pretty clear that we are being used as a pawn. We have
I would have loved to see that interaction as well, but I'm very confident Trent would still call him Bren. That's what I think you're right. I think he would have. And then it would have made me view him differently, though, if he did. Like, the not knowing, like, he might have not even apologized. He might have just been like, oh, I'm sorry, Caleb, or something like that. Like, I know. I was doing it on purpose kind of thing, but I'll at least, after you call me out, I'll respect you enough to be like, all right, Caleb. I'm curious if you do that, because if he still pushed back after we called him on it, that's like smacking you in the face. And then you almost have to retaliate in some way. I know we're not in the position to really do much, but I feel like that would be reason to be like, dude, disrespect us again, and we're going to stick this freaking bow staff up your Ikithon.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, is there something like we didn't recognize it at the time, but like now looking back, we're like,
It's always just that's where you are. Where have you been? What do you, I can't read that part. How do I call you out permanently? Gotcha. Trent doesn't seem apologetic about anything, but he didn't know Caleb.
19.
The other figure best you can recall in the little bit you saw seemed to resemble
Ormidhas. Ormidhas.
He's the headmaster of the Hall of Erudition, which was the school that was attacked.
I mean, we've dealt with him a decent amount.
Yeah, we've had a solid conversation with Ormidhas. I dig the man. I said if I was to trust anybody, it would be, here's my order of high level people that I trust. I'm brain farting on one of their names, I feel like. Yusa, definitely. Well, like right now, Yusa we saved the life of. Allura seems on the level. Ormidhas, I'm like kind of okay with. There's somebody else up top that I'm like kind of cool with. If I had to pick anybody that's on like higher echelon levels, I keep saying, even though I love Essek scares me. Bright Queen, I mean, Essek works for the Bright Queen, so I don't know if she'd be involved if that was the case, but they just were bringing up the Bright Queen, that's why I mention her. Ludinus, I don't know about. I don't know, there's just some people.
They are not being forthright. They want to use this for something that we are not seeing yet.
Obviously, Trent has his past. I do think he'd call him Caleb, but only to further mock him. I have experience in this field in several instances that I'd be happy to discuss in another format, but I think we're just kicking a can back and forth. Yeah, got you. At the end of the day, he is supposed to be an asshole. Yeah, basically. Good point, Lace. Yeah, I think that's a more tent thing to do. If they called him or not, he's obliged. The Bright Queen. Did I call her the Bright Queen? Essek? Orly? Orly better not be dirty. My God. Imagine that. Orly's overly generous. He could have just kept all that loot and cash and we would have never even thought to ask him. Matt's like, here you go. Chests and Orly's the man. Orly and the gentleman are the mans.
Any amount of money to pay them off, I'm sure.
Their memory.
Or just change their memory.
And now we found out the gentleman is family. Literally family. Hot boy. The Traveler. I'm sure he's fine. The Traveler is an issue, probably, but I dig it. The Traveler's one of those, like the Wishmaster kind of thing. I dig Wishmaster type chaotic genie devil people. So even though I'm sure the Traveler might be something to worry about at some point, I kind of dig it. How far is Traveler Con, everybody? When is Traveler Con? It's got to be like a week or two away. We have exceeded midway, everybody. We are 26 likes, officially 26 likes. We have passed the midway point. 24 more likes. We have about 35, 40 minutes left.
Empire Dynasty.
I mean, even if they did alter memories or pay them off or do
We're on pace because it was only an hour and 25 minutes. So we are right on pace to break 50 if all of a sudden everyone in the world unites.
Anyone up for shopping?
Who's up for some shopping? So hot, hot boy. Maybe it's all a ploy because of hot boy. Watch it. What is the? Why am I not getting that one? Watch it. The Traveler is an issue coming up in a few weeks. Super close. Oh, Traveler Con is super close. After COVID, it's like episode 109. Damn, it's still kind of a bit away though. That's 20 episodes. That's a half a year, guys. 20 episodes is roughly like a third of a year. A little more than a third. I feel like it's so close, Traveler Con. Like, I mean, like I feel like based on our timeline, that it was only like a week or two from when we last talked about it. That is pretty nice.
Long back kind of shotgun style structure. You walk in to find a warm, strangely humid apothecary. A minor magical relic store. The interior itself is
Caduceus did kind of light up with that. Jester looked at Caduceus and was like, sounds pretty awesome. And it does.
hanging from the top of the entryway and like a small corner element that are all kind of moss covered, and just going to inside you can see rats kept in one, you can see ravens in another, an owl in the back, general familiar type creatures being kept. Make perception.
Oh my frigging god. Is it Professor Thaddeus? I didn't even think of that. Oh my god, if it's Thaddeus, I'll love it.
It's fine. It's an owl. It's not that.
Oh, I got very excited. I know owls are probably like a dime a 500 instead of a dime a dozen. But I wanted to. I feel like somebody's already told me. If you guys would know, because the only one that would have told me is somebody in the chat. Didn't somebody already say that we aren't getting Professor Thaddeus back? Or was that just like, I don't know. Don't even tell me. Because I don't know if it was said, if it was truthful or just a joke. And I don't want to be ruined. But I have faith that someday, somewhere beneath the pale moonlight, we will get Professor Thaddeus again.
You can see what looks to be a femur that has been made into some sort of like a flute-like instrument. The entire room smells of musky earth and mildew.
Before we have muffins, cupcakes. What episode is Dinner with the Devil? It's probably a month in game, but IRL, it's a little longer.
And creatures start getting louder and louder. You can see on the opposite end a
Nice.
pulse at the side.
Wait, is the line from... I can't read the thing there. All right, let's see what happens. Half-elven woman approaching. In her 50s. TravelerCon is so close, you guys. Was a running joke for a while. Oh, M. Gormley. What is up, my friend? Darkwolf, I also see you. Haven't seen you. It'd probably a stream. I'm pretty sure you were in the last one. I think M. Gormley was as well. I feel like you guys are later entries or you're just lingering until I see your names. But you are always loved and enjoyed in the chat, my friends.
My name is Kiana the King. Can I help you?
Kiona of the... What? Kiona... Say it again? Kiona the King...
Kiona the King.
Kiona the King? The Kiona the King? The way he said it, I was like, a king? Like the king? You're a king of what?
He sent us.
Look at the face. Look at the face.
Said you might have some potions and fancy magic-y things for us.
We just might. She puts her hand.
Psst.
Her fingers are
We just might.
for a standard half-elf. nails themselves kind of instant. Yes.
Press on fingers. Press on nails. Is that still a thing? Lee press-ons. When I was a kid, I saw at least 500 times a minute Lee press-on nail commercials on, well, I don't know, was it just the channels I watched? Did I watch channels that people that wanted Lee press-on nails would wear? I feel like I watched a lot of game show channels. Maybe that's like an older person thing. And I was like 8 years old. I would watch Pressure Luck. I'd watch USA marathons of old game shows. That's what normal little kids do, right? John Forsyth just got here. Are we still in the asylum? We are out, John. We are at the Elven Woman's Collectible Store. The Elven Woman's Collectible Store.
It's an original instrument. Let me show you. She reaches out and takes the fingers.
I dig it. I dig it. I dig the creepiness. It reminds me of like a Tim Burton-y kind of thing. I dig her personality.
And there are a number of like flute holes all alongside, and she blows in.
Got a bunch of flute holes up in here. Like and subscribe, everybody. Under 30 minutes. We need 23 likes.
And as she transitions her fingers, it glides unnaturally from sound to sound. You know the death whistle sound?
What is the death whistle sound? What is the death whistle? Is that from this? I don't ever recall a death whistle. This shop still creeps me out. Just got aware of that. Now they're about to buy the party stuff. But is she... Insight check. What does that say? Skiddick? Is that skiddick? I don't know what that's... Or that's a 3. That's not even a letter. By the way, guys, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I never said it. I went to the eye doctor today. They said, with my glasses... Mind you, remember I told you guys I hadn't got my eyes checked in over 12 to 15 years. I've used the same prescription that I got 20 years ago when I was in college. So I finally have had so much trouble. You guys see how I squint? I've been having so much trouble recently. I could barely even read like things like right in front of my face. So I'm like, I went to the dentist recently. I went to the doctor recently. Let me go to the eye doctor and get everything in my body done right. They said with my old prescription of glasses, which I never wear, mind you. You see, I don't even wear my glasses, that I'm legally not allowed to drive a vehicle with my glasses, my old glasses. Without them, I'm 20/110 vision. With like right now, the way you guys have seen me my whole life on stream, I have been a 20/110 vision, which is borderline like blind. With my old glasses, 20/60. In New Jersey, the legal limit to drive without glasses is 20/50. So the doctor was like, even with your glasses, you could be arrested. And I don't even use them. So we got me some new glasses. They're coming in a week. That's the end of that story. I needed reading glasses and seeing glasses separate. And I have astigmatism in both eyes. So we're going to correct all this. And Jay will be able to see again. Crusty gems. I'm going to just go with glasses. I don't feel like dealing with contacts. I'm at an age where I don't want to add more work into my life. Not that there's a lot of work, but I feel like buying glasses just makes life super easy. And I can take them on and off, no worries. I've already gotten used to being blind half my life. And then right after I did that, I had to go to DMV. And they go, you got to do an eye test for the motorcycle license. And I go, could I wear my glasses? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm still technically blind. And I'm going to be dead honest with you. The last 2 letters I guessed. And she looked at me and was like, all right, you pass. And I'm like, I don't think I passed. I think I failed. And she didn't want to tell me I failed. So it didn't matter because I'm getting glasses anyway. So at least I'm doing what's right. But this, I pretty much just passed a vision test at DMV. Blind. Not blind, but you know what I mean. We already knew you were blind. It'd be fun to see you actually be able to read all the chat. Yeah, like see, even to read this, I'm just used to it. because I've done it this whole time, but I have to lean like this to read. Once I get glasses, I won't have to move my head. I'll be able to just read. Can you imagine a day, guys, where I look and I can just read? You don't see my head dip off screen 50 times a day. But that's all the things I did right before I got here. I did a lot of errands today. Got a lot of things done.
250 is what you said?
250.
Do you have any amber?
There is amber, yes, I can provide.
I love Matt. I was going to say I love the NPC Matt's doing, but I just love every NPC Matt does. So Matt, you win the prize of greatest voice man ever. Like and subscribe, everybody. I just saw a bunch of people jump in. If you guys are jumping in, like and subscribe. Help the community. And we will get another 30 minutes of the next episode. We only need roughly 20 more likes.
Kind of lets them cascade onto the table in front.
A slide. 200 gold.
All right, we're spending some gold at this lady. This lady's making gold.
Diamond or a 500 gold piece diamond or one of each, we would happily take it.
We'll buy all your diamonds. Who's got diamonds?
We'll take it.
That I can handle.
You want that one?
Goes and retrieves such a diamond for you.
All right.
It's not cut. It's a large.
I like that Caduceus and Jester have formulated this little relationship over the fact that they're the clerics of the group. I see they're always having like little discussions amongst each other. It's kind of just like natural at this point. Where whenever we get to a shop, some people are talking healing potions, some people are talking, do we get diamonds? Do we get whatever else we need to do what we need to do specifically? I just got my new glasses the other day and love them. I'm totally blind, but I usually wear contacts. I couldn't tell you the numbers. My vision is like 400/20. That's not good. I think they said anything over 200, you're like really bad. Like can't even make out blurry images or something.
They bond.
What's your prescription? I that's not to me though. They said, I don't know what this meant. Is this a good thing? You guys might be able to let me know. She was like, the great news is with these new glasses, you'll have 2015 vision. Is that not normal to go to 2020? Is it like some people get even better? Or is it normal to usually with glasses go to like 2015? She made me think like I'm going to have super vision. Well, I mean, for myself, I'm going to have super vision. But she gave me the impression like, see, now that you did what's right, you actually have better vision than most people. I'm like, I've been seeing 110, and I'm going to be seeing 2015. I might be afraid of the world more so than I already am. Pay for the whole thing myself. I'm the only family member without glasses at this point, but I should probably check too. The funny thing is, I was the first one in my family to get glasses. Then I never wore them. Everyone in my family now has glasses. My mom, my dad, my sister. I'm not sure about my brother. I feel like he might. But my brother moved to Pittsburgh, and I don't know too much about him as much as I do the rest of my family. I never see them wear them, but I don't wear them either, and I needed them. But I was the very first one to be prescribed glasses. And it was just that no one else ever went, and my sister was younger, so she didn't know till she got older. And she's probably the only one that actually uses... my parents used them often as they got older. But growing up, I never saw my parents wear glasses. My sister wore them occasionally. If you had to lower that 20, you could see into the future. Damn it, I was so close. I was so close to viewing the future. I would pay extra for that. I would pay, like, what is it? Extra $100 for frames that could give you like 2 seconds in the future. $100. I'll do it.
A set of curved horns that loop around the back of it. And she points to one of the large horns coming out of the side of the skull.
That's actually exactly what I was
The-
hoping you could make it out of.
Beautiful. Skull harp. A skull harp.
Well, I guess you're coming back for the ball, or?
Oh, well, yeah.
But we're probably going
I would say put the order in because there's some back and forth.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be back in the area.
A commission for a creation
I can't...
about friend's price, of course. As friends of lewdness, I'd say 100 gold pieces.
Oh, that's not bad at all. 100 gold pieces? No problem.
Bowl, though.
What if I were to
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, see? Laura, near and dear to my heart. The negotiator in her. I didn't expect Ashley Johnson. I didn't expect them. Because Ashley Johnson, I feel, is not a negotiator. Therefore, her character probably won't be. Because people that don't negotiate just don't know to negotiate. Laura, it is like ingrained in me where I always got to make a deal. And Laura is the same way. Laura's like, don't just take the first offer. I tell everybody, if you're dealing with me, you better come at me with like a higher price. Because even if it's a fair deal, I've just been raised to always offer lower. The theory with my family was always, it doesn't hurt to ask. If you say 25, how about 20? What did that take? Nothing. They could say, nope, 25. Okay, here's 25. No one's insulted. No one's offended. And maybe you'll save $5. But like you do that with everything in your life, you'll be rich if you do it with everything in your life. The only glasses I need to wear are blue light glasses. Blue light blockers. Blue blockers. They used to have commercials for that all the time when I was a kid too. Blue blockers. Pretty sure my glasses are -7 and -7.5. I wish, I'll tell you right now what my prescription is. Would you guys understand prescriptions? Because it's in one of these pockets. I'll read it to you.
I think I can enter that.
I don't understand what prescriptions mean, so I just was like, I'll hand this to somebody.
And you would like to commission this ball, sorry?
I don't, I don't even know what that means. I am minus 0.75 and -1 or something like that. But then there's add plus, I don't know. There's like, oh, there's more numbers than I thought. Did they go into the fight already? Into the fight in the dark of the night. Evil will find her. I'ma get up and find my contacts.
Hi, Calman. Thanks. You're my favorite customer.
Oh, we just did the room. Those of you who did not know what was just going on there, everyone just did a room parody. Not even a parody, like a reference. I gave 2200 vision. The barber where Yasha, my glasses, me, the coolest dude. Did I say hi to you? I'm sure I mentioned your name before, but I definitely saw it. I don't know if I ever said hi. 2015 is super magic super glue. If you had lower than 20, you could see into the future. Oh, I did miss that before. Lower numbers are definitely better. I didn't know my out of 20, but my prescription is okay. Yeah. Well, I've had friends where I put their glasses on and I literally get an instant headache because it's so blurry. So I've seen some really bad prescriptions.
She did that, but her arms touched her ear.
Well, Hammer's out here. All right, you guys.
I guess I've just been in this area my whole life where I've been able to manage everything. Like if I lean closer or if I focus or I squint. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. So it was obviously much easier. Obviously, you see my prescription has changed greatly because I can't even see with my old glasses. But this is when it hit the wall. First, I had to take the motorcycle test. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to fail the test. So I better do this. Second was I literally had a can of food. And for the first time in my life, I'd never had this happen in my life. I couldn't read the calories on it. And mind you, it was a smaller label. I'll give myself a little bit. It was a small label, but I was like, I was almost going to call somebody and be like, could you read this for me? And as soon as I thought to call somebody to read it, I was like, I'm not going to be that person that doesn't get their eyes checked and has to ask everyone to read it. Because like I've had friends like that. I've had my dad do that. My business partner, who's much older, they all just refuse to do it. So I was like, I refuse to ask for help because it'll just make me not get my eyes checked. So I literally went on and just made an appointment. I was like, I need my eyes checked. Doctor, help me. That's what I did. I just punched my phone like this and said, I need help, doctor. And my phone just called me somebody. Who wants to radiator? Who wants to radiator? I did not do the room. I did not. Jay is lying.
I don't know. That's why I want to ask.
Oh, hi, Mark.
We are very certain they are using us. It is obvious. I agree with Ford. I'm not sure what going back to these people who are trying to use us.
15 minutes. We need 20 likes. 15 minutes, 20 likes. Can we do it? There are 20 people in the room right now, but I'm assuming all 20 of you already liked. If all of you pretended you didn't, we would hit 50 likes right now. Colvin, previous name I made, everyone is smoking. Michael is home. Where are we at? We got 2 turntables and a microphone, Michael. We're down to 4. Michael, you got it right in time for the last 14 minutes. Basilisk. Did anybody watch the new Sly documentary? I watched it this morning. I literally woke up. It came out at 3 a.m. this morning. And you guys know I'm a massive Sylvester Stallone fan. I watched it at like 6 a.m. while I did my morning workout before I went to do all my errands. I thought it was good. I wish it was better. But honestly, I think it's not as good as I thought because they focus half of the documentary on his father and his son. And I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be more like about his movies and him making them throughout the years growing up and stuff like that. They really I mean, it was good in its own way, but it was really focusing on the relationship he had with his dad, which was really bad, and the relationship he had with his son, which was really bad. Well, not really bad, but not good. Everybody, radiators.
Nature of the mountain range that protrudes on that side of the valley. Said the plant life and creatures within are a bit different. The silkworms that have come to grow around Pride's call produce a very strong silk. Specific to the region, it's one of their greatest exports.
Huh.
Would you be needing the silkworms, or would you need us to extract the silk?
Whatever's easiest for you.
Just worms.
Yes.
Milked a
Never milked a worm before? You never milked a worm before? Come on. I milked a cat. Random question. Who's your favorite music band? Oh my God, I just breathed in so much. I almost choked and now I gotta breathe before I die. Favorite movies, blah, 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 blah. Music band. I'm not a big music guy, but if I had to pick, it'd probably be like an old rock group from like the 80s. Or I was really big with 311, Sublime, Offspring. Those kind of groups I was always into growing up. Like when I was in high school and stuff and actually listened to music. Those were like my 3 go-tos. Mainly Offspring. I was a big Offspring guy. My brother was a big Beastie Boy guy, so by default, I enjoy a lot of their music. I also listened to a lot of rap growing up. Tons of rap. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, all of them were big growing up in the 90s and early 2000s. So I was big with rap, but I wouldn't ever go to a concert. I feel like 80s rock concerts are really cool.
Come bearing gifts.
I hope so too.
Chipotle's app crashed hard a few days ago, ruined my lunch and dinner plans. I say we boycott them. I just saw a commercial for Chipotle's carne asada burrito or something like that, and they're like the finest steak you will ever eat in a burrito, and it really did look delicious. But whenever I see those commercials and I go, the steak never tastes like it does. Does anybody know? Because I never go to Chipotle. I've been there once in my life, and I think I'm saying it wrong. Am I saying it wrong? Chipotle? Chipotle? Is it Chipotle or Chipotle? I don't know. Either way, do they have good steak? Because I love me some steak.
Silkworms from near Pride's Call shall give us 500 gold per worm.
My second favorite music band
For both of you guys.
is Imagine Dragons. I dig them. Imagine Dragons is good. My mom is a big fan of them, believe it or not. My mom is like 68. Loves Imagine Dragons. What was that one song? Fears are just a numbers of reggae, Roman Catholic choir. Isn't that them? I think that's Imagine Dragons. When I Rule the World. Is that it? When I Rule the World or something? The other day I saw her painting and she was just like rocking out to Imagine Dragons.
And they guard those silkworms, which by the way are about the size of a fist.
Those are some big ass silkworms.
The goose that lays the golden egg, because in a lot of people
Chipotle. Whoever just Michael, you saved my life. Because honestly, I've never really known the pronunciation and I never cared to look it up. But now Chipotle. Got it. Chipotle. I always say what was I saying? Now I can't even think of what I was saying. Chipotle? I think I was saying Chipotle. Chipotle. Got it. I went to Chipotle. And went to Chipotle. Gonna buy myself a Chipotle. Definitely. We are so close. We're 16 likes away, but I don't think we're going to do it, guys. We're down to the final 10 minutes. I don't think we're going to do it. Not going to do it. I only wear contacts when I go to the amusement park. The doctor said, "How have you lived a life?" She goes, "You've been driving like this with no glasses and you're blind?" She goes, "What do you do when you like get to a stop sign or a street light?" I go, "I stop." She goes, "You see them?" I go, "Yeah, I can see a red blur. Just as good as a blue blur or a green blur." And she thought I was crazy. Everyone thinks I'm crazy today. DMV thinks I'm crazy for not having health insurance or a bank account. The doctor thinks I'm crazy for not wearing glasses for 20 years when I'm legally blind. I think these are normal things. It shows how my father raised me, that I'm just a lunatic and I think these things are normal.
That's true. You went to see her?
I don't want to go over there with a group of us.
Well, just a couple that
We just go over with, like, all of us, 7 of us just roll up on her. "Hey, what's up?"
Just to make sure you're safe.
you and I could turn invisible. Just look through the window.
Yeah, but do you want to start off on that foot? I'd say let.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would just deal with it. All right then. Okay. Remember back in the festival where we met Trent, there was an offer to become mercenaries for the Empire. Imagine that campaign. Yes, I 100% remember. And that would have made things slightly different.
Such a thing exists in this town. I can make one. I feel like suddenly overnight I feel a bit more me. I don't know, and perhaps we need to just, mix it up.
All right. Mix it up a bit.
Punch me.
All right. Punches Ford right in the face. Hey, he asked for it. Literally asked for it.
I would like a couple days to maybe burn some spells, prepare, see what I can.
You guys can take downtime. You don't have to
Like
play
a couple days of just downtime might just be a good thing to do.
I want a fighting tournament.
Isn't a
But I want a fighting tournament.
I've been to that. Okay. No, okay. Yeah, totally in a fight club, but also for taking a few days, whether we know they're lying there out their fucking asses or not, right? It still seems like we should try to find more information, right? Like something.
Yeah.
I don't know how or what or why.
You could check in on the temple and see how the investigation is going.
I can check back in. I haven't really spent any amount of real time with the Cobalt Soul here in Rexentrum, so I could check in with them. The soul is
Boop,
supposed
boop, boop, boop. What from you? What from you?
the Cerberus assembly. They're supposed to
I have been watching the
that all of the information that they
Oxventure saga from the beginning while at work this week in the middle of season 2. Oxventure? Never heard of it.
but
They don't want what the Cerberus Assembly knows to be public knowledge?
no, they
Boop, 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 boop.
you know, the Cobalt Soul they
Jay doesn't know. Bo Burnham.
access
Mods make that happen for Patreon or something? Jay doesn't know. Bo Burnham. Oh, mods make that happen for Patreon or something? I know Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham? I actually reacted to a video of Bo Burnham. When Bo Burnham did that thing during pandemic, I reacted to it. It's on YouTube.
Byron has mentioned something like this to me.
That is Bo Burnham, right? Yeah, Bo Burnham. I'm pretty sure.
If we're just honestly just wasting,
I reacted to
why don't we just go to the break?
something. I'm almost positive. I know I watched it, but I'm almost positive I reacted to that thing he did during pandemic. So the Cell Games wanted to catch up inside. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball Z Bridge, is that dropping this week? Yes. It will be out this week. Tomorrow. Dude, it'll be out with the drop tomorrow of all of the stuff. That and I think Ruby, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, bunch of other, all the normal stuff. Rick and Morty is Sunday. I don't know who's watching that. Not nearly as many people as every other season. I've been doing Rick and Morty for 4 seasons. It's the lowest by far of any season. I kind of expected it though with all the drama.
They do work together out of necessity, publicly and behind the scenes.
Final 2 minutes.
Much a relationship of frustrated convenience at times, and other times
Frustrated convenience. Sounds like a great marriage. You know those YouTube vids where it's 7 times something happened in a video game? It's those guys playing
First started like
Chaos D&D.
Soul was when they were like, yeah, we realized
Ah, gotcha.
place is like the government, the Cerberus assembly, and then I was like, whoa, but aren't you like an organization?
You're right, Clever.
All organizations
Your inconsistent posts aren't good for the algorithm. I was recently, as I'm getting the rest of my life together, I was like, what do I do with the channel? And I was trying to think of other things, and I think I have to narrow my content down to like more of a specificness. In the beginning, I just did a little of everything, and I do like I'll do like different stuff, which it does make it rougher on the algorithm for people to find me. I feel like when I was more like of just like I used to just do nothing but The Wire and like Adventure Time. And then I started doing trailer reactions, and then we went so spread out and then started doing different things and unboxings. And honestly though, I've gotten to a point where I'm content where the channel's at, and I like to just have fun, but it does screw with the algorithm.
necromantic experimentation.
Yeah, it's like weird fucking vampire-y woman. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
You were saying about it.
Weird fucking vampire woman. Sounds good. Did you get that whiskey? I was waiting for a taste review, and it sold out by the time I saw it. No, I didn't, and I honestly forget what you're talking about, the whiskey. I remember what you're talking about, but I can't remember specifically. Like, I remember being like, I gotta get that. What was it, Michael? Be more specific, because I have a horrible memory. They use mentioned... Ready? We're going to replay it. We're going to replay the part. Here we go. I'm going to replay it. Because I totally did miss it. All right, ready? Ready? Pay attention. We're going to hit the radiators and Jay's not going to talk. Did I go far enough back? I'm far enough back, right? I honestly didn't think a bomb was going to drop like that because I knew there was like 30 seconds left.
And other times, very much a subversive antagonism.
All right. Radiators.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that first started like getting me on board with the Cobalt Soul was when they were like, yeah, we root out corruption in places like the government, Cerberus Assembly, and I was like, whoa, but aren't you like an organization, and aren't or all organizations prone to like corruption?
You rolled a
They were
natural
like,
20, correct?
yes.
You do know, like, a recent historical event in which the Cobalt Soul was responsible for rooting out illegal magical experimentations that a member of the Cerberus Assembly was accomplishing about 26 years ago by the name of Dr. Anna Ripley.
There we go. Okay.
Ousted from the assembly.
I honestly, I swear to God, I probably wouldn't even, like, if you guys didn't tell me, it would have skipped my mind briefly. Because I would have been like, hey, Ripley from Alien. Oh, okay. That I would have realized. I didn't see, I saw somebody wrote somebody else's name, but I didn't read it. I didn't see Delilah Briarwood. Okay. All right. Then I would have definitely, I would have been, when I saw Anna Ripley, I would have been like, Aliens reference. And then I would have been like, wait, Ripley. And then the Briarwoods would have definitely made the connection. Ah. All right.
Yeah, it's like weird fucking vampire-y.
When she said weird fucking vampire woman, I literally was like, hey, I missed the Delilah Briarwood part. I totally heard the vampire thing and I just totally missed the Briarwood. Beep, beep. I would agree with you, Mr. Ninja. What was Ninja saying? Puff, 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 puff. We all puffed. The coolest dude, she definitely went too far. Doxing him. Let's go back up. Matthew Lillard based fantasy-inspired whiskey. First bottle is called Paladin. Did we talk about that? Because now I'm not sure. Did you get that? Did we talk about this? I don't remember. And it's sold out, so I can't even get it now? Because I feel like I would have said I'd get it, and I didn't get it, and now I'm mad at myself. Ripley Delilah thing. Sorry about that, with the whole Ripley Delilah thing. Thanks for subscribing, Vernon Jones. If Vernon Jones is in this room, it could just be someone that subscribed off something else. I also didn't put the bell on. We would have heard a bell go bong, and then all of our souls would have lit up with glory. All right, Delilah and Anna Ripley. Oh. See, that's something I didn't know either. King Dwendal. All right. When is...
That's how they met in Port Damali and kind of aligned themselves. They were like, fuck the Empire, fuck these people. We got skills, let's work together.
Suddenly I like the Empire a little bit more, but only a little.
Very cool connection. Delilah got ousted after turning hubby into a vampire. Millard won all my respect in SLC Punk when they then list it all. I can't speak English. Bye, Matt. Bye, Matt. Have a good night. Take care. Take care, Matthew. I was just talking about SLC Punk the other day, Michael, because one of the Patreon members who gets a movie every month asked for, what the hell was the name of the movie? Oh, Existenz. They wanted me to watch Existenz. And I thought in my head it had a similar, I don't know why, but I feel like it's around the same year. I never looked it up, but I feel like it was around the same year as SLC Punk because I feel like they were on the shelves together in the video store. Because for some reason, when he said Existenz, I pictured SLC Punk. And I was like, why are those two in my head? And then I thought of that, and I even told them, I'm like, I told them what I just told you guys. And I'm like, I've never seen SLC Punk either. If you want to do that one next month, if that's something you're into. Alrighty, I'm going to pass out. Night, everyone. The Dude JB, thank you. And Michael, thank you for moderating. Well, I'm not leaving just yet, but the Dude, have a good night. Like and subscribe if you guys haven't. We obviously didn't get to 50 likes. Let's go ahead and see what we're dealing with for episode 89. Why is it not going right to episode 89? How dare they? How dare they? All right, let me just type in Campaign 2, episode 89. Let me mute this so it doesn't blow your ears off. Lingering Wounds. And it is 4.5 hours. So, when does it start? Starts around the 12-minute mark. And it goes... Beautiful. Goes right to the 2:05. It goes to the 2:05. So it'll be roughly an hour. It's a little under an hour of YouTube, but an hour Patreon. It'll be like 45, 50 minutes of YouTube. And then we got a break. And next week's live stream will be 2:28. And we got exactly 2-hour live stream. That is perfectly broken up. That's how you break up an episode, everybody. That is done very well. It is split right down the middle. We have 2 hours before, 2 hours after, and that's if you take out the middle break and the beginning intro and exit. That is how I like them. Because sometimes we get like 3 hours in the beginning, and then there's an hour live stream. And when we do that, I try to break it up differently for you guys. But that is it for episode 88. I'm sad to say we've ruined the streak. We had 2 straight weeks of 50 likes or more, and last week surprised me because we had a really short one. So I was like, maybe doing a 6 o'clock stream helps immensely. And it honestly, we did get pretty close, especially considering this was a shorter one too. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and we're calling it a night. But what I'm going to do is, like I told you guys before, now that we get these done earlier, I could go eat dinner. Because what I used to do is I used to eat early dinner. And then you know how I have my fasting window. I would just not eat and starve myself till the next day. If we do it this way too, I could eat my last meal at 8 o'clock. And then I could do the Patreon hour and YouTube before I go to bed. And then tomorrow I'm already good to go for the rest of the week. I feel like this is better all around for all of us. If you guys agree, then wave to me right now. Thanks. All right, we're going to say goodnight, though, because I want to go eat. I'm starving. I got right home. I sat in the chair. I wolfed down a vitamin water and a protein bar, and I need to eat me some food. So, great episode. We get to tie into Vox Machina type references. The coolest dude every week does for Saturday. Early work days for Saturday. Well, I got to go back into Pizza Land. Have a great week. All right, so we got Ninja, clever name I made previously, Vero G, Michael, and the Dude, my moderator, and Lisa Pocky's been joining us. Lisa Pocky, my moderator also. The original, Daniel O'Day, Colvin, the coolest dude, Ninja Master. I'm going to probably say names repeatedly 500 times because I just keep looking and seeing them. Leading Blind, Daniel O'Day, Amelia, Emily, Mary, Patrick, M. Gormley, the Chimicky Pero. Good luck on quitting smoking this week, my friend. I know I also saw, I think I said Vero G. Who am I? Dark Wolf. John Forsyth. Ooh. Alina. I missed you earlier, but hello and good night, Amy, France, and David, if you are listening, or later on, if you decide to listen. David, we miss you. Come say hi one day. And then we'll say hi back, and then that's all you gotta do. And then your job is done. And I don't see anybody else. I went all the way back, probably to the beginning, because I just totally zoned out into my spaced out highness. Beep, 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 y'all. Bidet. Good night, bidet. Bidet, everybody. Good night. Later, all. Have a great week. Is it Friday yet? Is it? My brother's going to make those shirts. I talked to him about it. He's going to make Is It Friday Yet shirts. You'll see it when I get it. So is